Gaza?
Well, certainly tolerance for the kind of tactics being used by the Israelis will quickly run out if they are seen to be escalating the campaign, irrespective of the number of children and innocent civilians that are getting killed in this. And I think it appears, as your most recent piece of reporting indicates, that even the Americans believe that the Israelis have themselves changed their bottom line. Now, why would they have hardened their position in the last week? And this very probably has something to do with the line taken by John Kerry in trying to mediate the conflict. Because in the line he was taking, he was indicating that, as far as he's concerned, the Gazan Palestinians are people. And the situation that they were enduring under blockade, reinforced by the government in Egypt as well as Israel in recent months, was intolerable. And that therefore any ceasefire had to go some distance to meet the Hamas demand that there be an end to the blockade in the future, because life under the blockade is simply not sustainable, let alone tolerable, and people would be prepared to die to oppose life like that than return to it. Now, this for the Israelis is a serious challenge to the way they want to depict the problem in Gaza.
This is very interesting, because that brings us nicely to my next question, which is, what is Netanyahu's strategy right now by saying this operation needs to be dragged out, it needs to be extended? Is it a way of trying to enjoy both, to have occupation and siege on the one hand, and find a way to stop Palestinian rocket attacks without making concessions on that very point you're talking about, the siege?
Well, I think there has been an evolution in the combat aims of the Israelis, as well as in the political aims of the Israelis. They were most focused on rocket fire and using military force to eliminate stockpiles, which included needing to go in on the ground from their point of view. Having gone in on the ground, they discover the extent of the tunnels prepared by Hamas. And this seems to have contributed to Israeli determination that there must be no tunnel left and that there can be no concession to Hamas, because it's as though they've reflected now that since the last time they pummeled Gaza in 2012, Hamas has used any civilian supplies going in, like concrete, to build a network of tunnels, that Hamas has been developing a strategy which includes infiltration and kidnap to get the Israelis on one of their weak points, because kidnap of Israeli citizens, as we saw with the Gilad Shalit episode, is one of their weak points. So it's as though the Israeli determination to exclude, they called it degrade, but actually I think they are now determined to go further than that in their destruction of Hamas.
All right, we'll leave it there. Thanks so much, Rosemary Hollis. Now, the Australian airline